Like 10?
I have 9 grandkids.
What? No, you don't.
Excuse me.
Stop.
I have 9
Is
grandkids.
that your evil spirit guys talking?
No, I have.
Good for you.
I have 9 grandkids. Really interested in this.
Yeah, because I was like, I am pretty,
Because
like, I'm into very super
That shit
horror.
is real.
Yeah.
And I'm not,
no
like,
joke.
I don't think I don't like I own like an old Ouija board and stuff. I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. But
You're not?
Well, do you use it?
No.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't believe that they work. But
That thing's going to Jumanji you. You're going to...
no.
Oh, Jumanji.
It's all about
fucking
it.
wish.
It's all about
Me too.
intention.
Instead of committing suicide, I'll just do a Ouija board.
I buy these things because I actually respect them, not as like a lark. So I think that I'm like very big into like it's about intention. But
and
I am not like I'm not super superstitious about like going into to things. But that Annabelle doll, when I saw that they purchased that, I was like, that's a bad idea.
So my buddy Elton bought it with Matt. And, Elton is huge into paranormal. And he's like spent days in the catacombs in France.
That's really cool.
Do you
cool.
guys not know about Elton? Elton?
No.
Okay. So
I don't know about Elton.
I'm trying to be a medium.
he and his wife, when they got married, they made a list of every country in the world and they started to go alphabetically.
Oh, really cool.
And,
Love that.
and
What a
how
power
about
couple.
this? One of the trips they made,
Yeah.
they ended up with his wife in a cave in Afghanistan with the Taliban eating dinner. Elton is a fascinating dude.
I would love that. That's my shit.
Fascinating dude. But he does a lot of the ghost stuff. And when
He
they
purchased it with Matt, right?
With Matt.
I like that they're co-parenting. Like a divorced couple, they'll have to trade it back and forth. Who gets it on the weekends?
Fuck that.
I would never go near that fucking thing.
No. There's no...
I really do think it's like I have no problem with Matt Rife. Like truly, I'm good. Like if I looked like that, I would hope to be as famous as
Handsome.
him. And he's great at crowd work. I watch his clips. I enjoy them a lot. But I feel like that it is that moment where you're like, I've conquered everything. Now it's that.
Now I'm gonna buy the
it's
Annabelle
still
doll.
that young man like invincibility.
He's gonna get cursed.
But he's doing it with the Annabelle doll instead of just like buying a 4-wheeler or something.
See, he should buy a Ferrari because I think he's going to lose his legs or something. I don't want that to happen to him.
That is a specific curse, by the way.
Why
legs?
It just came. I don't know. It's just what came out of me.
I'm quite worried about him.
I am too.
I do believe in energy and that there's a lot of bad juju in that doll.
Yeah.
Like I said, my buddy Elton bought it with him. He's tried to talk me into doing some ghost stuff with him. And I'm like, here's the thing.
I
really believe that if you don't believe in ghost stuff, you're fine. Because I think you have to be open to it for it to come to you.
Interesting, yeah.
I will, because look, I take a lot of mushrooms. And
how many?
A lot.
Do you microdose like on the daily or?
I don't microdose anything.
Yeah,
like
so you go hard in the paint every day.
My Friday night late shows, I take 3.5 grams.
Whoa, that's really impressive that you can do comedy
night.
On mushrooms.
Friday night late shows.
Okay.
So it's my son and I, and it's just a place for me to just open my brain and the people who come to my Friday night late shows know that's the deal.
Right, that's nice.
And so they know that it's going to be a real free flow. What do you want to talk about? You know what it does for me? Like when I tell stories that I'm stuck on, it opens up a door that here's what I found. I've been doing comedy a long time. What I miss from my early days is freedom about not knowing.
Right.
Which just gave me the ability to, I'm going to try this. Oh, I'm going to do this. And now my brain has like locks in it where it's like, dude, don't open that door, dude. Yeah. You know that door doesn't work. But I've put up blocks for things I think I've learned. The mushrooms open all those doors.
See, last time I did mushrooms, I got in a dog bed with a dying dog and cried with it. So
different trip.
But
I was
the
like,
dog.
I don't know if the comedy audience would appreciate that.
See, no, but you were connecting with the dog's energy.
I
was all for it. I was all for it.
Oh, and like it was also like I wasn't.
We also just went to a Tool concert, like 8th row at MSG with
the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, great!
I wasn't
fucking
so
awesome.
out of it that I didn't know that everyone was I understood that everyone was watching me, thinking that I was crazy crying in the dog bed, but I would go. It doesn't.
I saw you and I'm like,
dog right now.
They're communicating right now with their fucking thoughts.
I'm here for the dog right now. It doesn't really matter what all you humans think.
All you hoes think.
I'm doing dog stuff right now. So.
Yeah, no, psychedelics are beautiful
love
experience. But this Annabelle doll, I'm obsessed with I'm like worried about Matt Rife, not in like a viral way, but like in a I don't want him to get into a car.
Yeah.
So I have I have a merch version of the Annabelle doll in my house, and even that's stored away because I'm scared
Yeah,
of it.
that
I hear
bitch
you're
is
not
crazy.
supposed to touch it, basically.
No.
Didn't he touch it? Like, there's like a photo of him holding
So
it.
there's another.
Oh.
They did another. Okay. They did another where they went and stayed in the house. They filmed a night in the house.
Jesus Christ.
And all of their, all the electricity, all their cameras, all their mics stopped working.
Yeah,
At
that
one point,
doesn't
they stopped
surprise
working.
me at all.
It's Elton stuff is legit
Has
ghost
Elton
stuff.
ever had something attached to him, like an entity attached? I'm super into this
So
shit.
Elton goes because he's the one who's the most skeptical.
That's great. Yeah,
He's the one. But what I was saying is you have to be. I think you have to be open. Like I spent a little time when I was when I first started getting back into mushrooms, where I was like, I really want to talk to my spirit guides.
Yeah.
I had listened to a lot of podcasts about it, and so they said you have to say out loud though. I'm open.
Yeah.
I'm open.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you meet them though?
I'm open to talking to my
So
spirit guides.
one night I'm in my. Don't say it. Unless you mean it. Okay, because
that's all I
here's
want.
what.
I
here's
need
what-
to hear what yours are like
Okay.
before, because I'm like, is it animal? Is it human? Is it something else?
It's an
everything.
entity.
When you say you're open, this is what I was told afterwards because the experience was so overwhelming. So somebody heard me talking about it on the podcast, and they reached out and they were like, as somebody who deals in this, you're not ready to say that. You don't have the safeguards up. She said to me, did good and bad come? I said, yeah. She said, because you opened yourself up.
Interesting.
And so what I was in, this was a crazy experience. So I tour with my youngest son. He opens for me now.
Yeah, I saw that online. It's so cute.
It's so amazing. And and I like to fuck with him. So I have yet to let him get his own hotel room. I make him sleep with me every night.
Oh, that's cute.
And I told him, I go, dude, I'm going to name the tour 1 Room 2 Beds. He was like, don't. I don't
You're a cool dad.
I like that.
So, but we were in our room, and he knows it. I'll take mushrooms, and I do it called a tent session. I go under my covers.
Dad's being dad again.
That's right. He lets me go. But I had said earlier in the night, I'm ready for the spirit. So I'm laying there, and I could feel them come in and out.
Did you say the spirits?
Spirit.
Not my spirit guides?
My spirit
You
guides.
said my spirit
I'm
guides?
open to my spirit
so
guides.
there's no bad spirit guides.
But no, that's not true. Because you're opening yourself up.
Like your shadow self has guides too, right?
But here's the thing. What they said was you're not prepared or skilled enough to keep the bad ones out.
Right. You have to do protection rituals. And you have to do the
So I could
song.
feel the good ones coming, and if they weren't for me, they would leave.
Okay.
It was
You're like a
the
little
bad
portal.
ones that stick around.
Yeah,
course.
they love that.
And so I had to say it one time because could feel something. I could feel anger and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I said out loud, I go, if you're not here to help me, if you're not here for good, get the fuck out of here.
That's what you got to do.
And my son goes, are you talking to me?
I knew you're.
And I was like, no, dude.
Shut up, son.
I'm not talking
Talking
you.
to my bad
I'm
spirit
I'm in the
guides.
tent session. Don't talk to me under here. But
Your son's going to be traumatized, but in like a good way, I feel.
That's so funny. Wow.
he knows. You know the good part about
That's
touring
so
with.
great.
Here's
How
the
old
good-
is he?
He's 28.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Here's the good part about
When you were
tou-
like 10?
I have 9 grandkids.
What?
No, you don't.
Excuse me.
Stop.
I have 9
Is that your evil spirit guys talking?
No, I have.
Good for
I have
you.
9 grandkids. Do you seriously have 9 grandchildren?
grandkids.
Good
Yeah.
for you. Wow.
I tried to get them to
Jesus.
call me LeBron, but my son was like, no, 0% chance.
Wow.
But yeah, he knows the deal now. It's interesting though. One thing that I didn't expect from this tour that I'm really getting, you know what, as parents, you never get to see is who your kid is out in the world.
Sure.
You see who
Absolutely.
they are around you.
Which is
because
a different version, in a
Yeah,
way.
you can mask who you are.
Yeah.
But I'm with him so much.
Yeah.
I truly get to see who he is. It's so cool.
And you respect them?
I do.
That's lucky. That's awesome.
Conversely, the problem is he gets to see who I really am.
That I'm obsessed with that.
Pulling the curtain back ain't good. on
No,
I was
parents.
just
dude.
thinking about this concept. I'm torn between whether it's like I think that when you have like a good in quotes childhood, you actually get to see like less of what your parents are like as humans. I was trying to like develop, I'm like writing something and I was like thinking about this, but it's because like they always are in parent mode almost to protect you. I'm talking about when you're young in the household,
you're right.
not when you get older. And so I've been thinking about this exact concept a lot because I go, I actually until way later in my life didn't know what my parents were really like, but I think that's a good thing.
It is.
I didn't see their flaws really.
He said to me the other day.
That's nice.
We were coming in from the show, and I was pretty high, and
Hell yeah.
he said to me, he goes, you know what? I said, what? He goes, you know what I'm realizing? I go, what? He goes, you're just as fucked up as the rest of us. I go, yeah dude.
Yeah.
You think I got into comedy because I felt good about myself?
Right.
This is not the job for those of us who are feeling good with good self-worth.
Yeah.
We're here to fill holes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're here to fill holes.
How does it feel? You're 55.
I'm 55.
So how have you evolved? One of the things you sent us, which I found interesting, you're not interested in sex as much, but like
No.
you've never been happier.
Yeah.
Help me understand that.
Well, you know, it's hard because I never thought, because even mid-40s, my wife and I were, when I was in town, we were having sex at least once a day.
Yeah.
But that type of pressure is not the right word.
Yeah. Or expectation on yourself.
Yeah,
maybe?
but it's so much more relaxed, and we really enjoy it when it happens, but we are enjoying our time together so much more. It's so much more
That's
relaxed.
a real value.
Oh,
yeah.
And the idea that without as much pressure of the sex, I don't know if pressure is the right word, but our friendship is gone to such a next level.
Really?
Yeah, it really has.
That's
And
interesting.
We took a vacation. We hadn't gone on vacation with just us, no friends, no kids, for 20 years.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
God.
And we went to Greece for 2 weeks in July.
Nice.
And, you know, it would have been like, we're fucking everywhere. This is Santorini. We're fucking in the pool.
Oh, Santorini.
Oh, my God.
I've heard it's so pretty.
But you know what we did? At night, we sat out in out looking out over the pool and looked out over the ocean and talked. And we had sex a couple times, but it was like, it wasn't the pressure, like we're going on
It
vacation.
wasn't the star of the
we
show.
gotta fuck. No, the star of the show was enjoying each other.
That's beautiful, Josh.
It's kind of gay.
so gay. It's so gay. I mean, your life is kind of gay.
It is pretty
but
gay.
I'm like so happy for you.
Yes. But it really did, like, when you're in a new relationship, the sex pressure, and I haven't been in a new relationship a long time, but I can only imagine.
Yeah.
That's where, like, we have to have sex, and it has to be.
You just compare it, and you're like, is this a healthy amount? Should we be together? Should we not? Is this weird? Like, it's just, you can't help it.
I've really welcomed the drop in testosterone.
I was gonna say, I was like, part of this is biological. And you're not getting, because we talked to Joe DeRosa last week and he had low T and he got like testosterone and it changed his life and he fell in love at 48 or something.
Yeah, like, for the first time.
It was the whole thing.
Do you have hair on your legs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have hair on my legs.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
My boyfriend and my dad, a lot of men in my life, like as they turn 50, they have no hair on their legs.
No, I have
like,
hair on my
like,
legs.
Oh, okay.
And I think the difference between me and Joe is he probably
You're freer.
Yeah, you know, and like, I mean, it probably changed his life. He's probably had an A cup for a little while, and it's probably changed his testosterone in his body, and he feels better about himself. And you get more energy to have sex. I'm done with that part.
Yeah. I know. That's nice. I wish I was. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, older women, like when they talk about like they don't care about sex anymore, I go, sounds free to me.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Sounds great.
It's not that it doesn't feel good, but if I woke up in the morning and my wife was like, look, here's the deal. Coffee's hot downstairs, or we could have sex. I'd be like, let's see how we feel after the coffee. Yeah.
I mean,
are you steaming the milk? If you're steaming the milk, I'm coming down.
Yeah.
I've chosen a snack over sex since I was, 18.
Oh, a good snack.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
Yeah,
you think
I would
about
love a
too,
snack.
especially in a long-term partnership. One day, and I'm trying to get myself prepared to be 50, to be 60, to be 70. I'm like, one day I'm going to be 75.
Yeah.
And these hands are going to be real wrinkly and I'm going
Yeah.
to bruise real easily. And it's going to be fine. Like I try to prep myself and it's like, just getting used to like what really matters to you.
This is the thing, is things fall away that you thought mattered.
Yeah.
Things fall
Sounds
away
freeing.
that you once cared about. And then you're left with, okay, this is what's important.
Yeah,
This
which
is what
lovely.
I like. I
Yeah.
like hanging out with this person.
Yeah.
Conversation is so much more important. Being stimulated mentally is
fucking best.
super dope.
Yeah.
And my wife is very smart, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it's a weird point in time because I was never like a straight meathead,
Right.
but I had some meathead tendencies. I think I was pretty jacked up on testosterone. I worked out and have always worked out like crazy.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So there has always been that aspect of my life. And as it's tapered off a little bit, I enjoy myself more.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, in the midst, Corinne and I were talking. I was looking over the points you said us about like where masculinity is right now, but also I feel like a lot of our colleagues.
It's a bummer.
In your group, you're meaning a guy, a male podcaster, male comedian podcaster. Are I'm like, what's happening?
Well, you know, it's interesting that comedian and podcaster is grouped in together. And
Unfortunately,
I'll tell you why. I think podcasting in a way has ruined comedy
Sure.
because we have people, we were just comics, right?
Yeah.
And now somehow people are assigning, this is where I'm getting my advice. These people are experts. These people are,
Yeah.
It's like, he's a stand-up comic and he got popular just because he's talking to somebody who is smart doesn't make him smart.
Correct.
Yeah, before it was
Right.
only kind of like legend comedians that like Carlin that we were like actually getting kind of
Bill
like political
Hicks.
or social information or new ideas from. And now it's just like anyone who has a mic and has big YouTube numbers.
And so people listening
Right.
are just like, well, and I think a lot of podcasters are forgetting to be funny. They are drinking their own Kool-Aid,
yeah.
and they're like, these people love me. They look for me for advice, and they makes them think like they're smarter than they are.
Oh, the
Yeah.
number one thing I do podcasting for so long, and I have a political show too, is I say, if you find yourself starting to agree with everything I'm saying,
It's a bummer.
Tune out.
Yes, agreed.
It's not good.
It's bad.
My number one thing that I try to tell people is like, please stay in touch with your own critical thinking skills. Like, you cannot be agreeing. What are your thoughts? Like, think about an issue, take it off the internet, and go, how do I really feel
Yeah.
about this? No matter where you got it, no matter what source, no matter what political party, just think about it on your own. Just read it without the like, is it from the New York Post or is it from the New York Times? Like, make a decision.
I agree.
People are just like unable to do that, and it's very frightening.
Well, it's that assumption, like you used to say, I pointed that like it was TV, but it's an
Yeah.
assumption like if you heard it on TV, it was true.
Right.
If
see it on Facebook
somebody's
now.
saying it's true. As far as the bummer with the comedy, I think everything's open for jokes. I'm not
Yeah,
a dude who thinks like
sure.
you can't joke about this, you can't joke.
Yeah.
Is it funny? Is what it comes down to. But I think it's also like the idea that empathy or listening to how other people feel is weakness.
I know.
Is such a fucking bummer. It's
Yeah.
actually the strength.
of course.
100%.
It's empathy is strength to be able to look, man, I can admit when I'm wrong, not because I'm a pussy, because I'm confident enough in myself to be like, yeah, I was wrong. I'm not any less of
Yeah.
a person. I don't think any less of myself, but that was a mistake and I apologize for that.
Right.
I don't
And
know why
also,
that's weakness.
It doesn't feel
not
bad
right.
admitting you're wrong.
No.
It feels like a fucking relief because you're like, my God, if I went this long without admitting that I know I was wrong about that thing, how could you sleep at night? Like, how do you fucking sleep at night?
It's a bummer.
And we've talked before about how like comedians, like she was saying, Carlin and Hicks and stuff, used to be these truth tellers, and you don't have to be a truth teller as a comedian. You can be whatever you want.
I agree.
You could joke about this can of water, like, but the way it's the ego, man. It's this male ego that, and Rogan, I watch him talk and I'm like, yeah, he's not on the ego train in the way that like Schultz and Dylan and all of them are. Like
He's past that. He's
he does
older
admit
dude
when he's
too. Yeah, yeah.
wrong, and he's super curious, and he's like, wait, what the fuck? And,
I hate to assign it to dudes. I think comics in general, anytime you're like, you can't talk about this, or this person's not funny, or this type of comedy isn't funny, yo, shut the fuck up. Your job is to entertain the people sitting in front of you.
Yeah.
I have as much respect for Larry the Cable Guy as I do for Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yeah.
Because guess what? They're entertaining the people who are buying their tickets. That's your fucking job.
Yeah.
So I respect Mark Maron a lot. I think he's a great comic, but to
Yeah.
hear him talk about Matt Rife and how he's
hear
like,
this clip.
he was talking about how
so
it's
him,
not
'cause he's so crusty, and I still have a crush
It's
on him.
not
Ugh, so
stand up.
He looks-
It's crowd work.
Okay, well, I do want to say when he revealed that he's like in his 60s,
Yeah,
and
he
like,
is.
Damn, daddy,
wow, you look
damn.
good. Maybe crying a lot is good for you.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. You know, he hasn't gotten sunlight in years.
I
either.
know.
And I
He
was
doesn't
like,
come outside.
He looks banging.
And to me, I'm like, he's such a curmudgeon. He's an old fart in
Yeah.
terms of like the way he has his attitude about it. But I'm like,
He's out of his Muppet stage. For a while, he had a big, thick mustache and crazy hair. I was like, he looks like a Muppet. But he's trimmed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
He's less Muppety, and he's now just old Muppet
if I
screaming
could
from the...
summarize Mark Maron in a sound, it would be,
right.
like he's like
That was anti-Semitic, Krystyna, but
oh, was it? I'm Jewish.
I'm kidding.
I just pulled the Jew card.
Yeah.
I've only known for 2 years.
What?
Yeah, I was a sperm donor baby, so I didn't know that
Did
for a
it
while.
change you at all? Has it changed what you think about yourself?
No, I always thought weird stuff about myself, and I
It
continue
changes
to do
how
so.
I look at you.
Yeah.
No,
Sperm donor or the Jewish?
the sperm donor. No.
Oh, okay.
Ashkenazi, baby. What was I gonna say? Oh, but like imagining Mark Maron sitting down with Matt Rife, I can't picture it. I can't picture him ever wanting to do
but-
that. I imagine he thinks he's a fucking idiot and a fucking tool.
He thinks the
because
crowd
he's-
work isn't real comedy.
But he's like jealous. Mark's jealous, and he to me, like he uses that or he leans in, whether he knows he does that or not. Like I could tell when he's jealous of people that are
Yeah.
younger than him, fitter than him, funnier than him. But I kind of like it.
I just think like there's room for everybody.
Sure.
Crowd work is a skill,
Dude,
and he's very good at
So
it.
he does it differently than anybody else.
Yeah, and he goes hard, which I like.
He goes hard, but people love it when
Yeah.
he is brutal on people, but somehow they love it.
People
Yeah.
in wheelchairs
Well, he's gotta-
especially love
Oh
it.
yeah,
His wheelchair
blind
material, great.
Great.
I guess you know what?
So good.
We're all
So good.
I think we're all cucks at heart, and we like getting ridiculed by like a hot guy. Maybe
I
it's
know,
that.
I do.
Like there's funny. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. It's
Well,
hot.
because
it's funny.
that's like I think comedy 101 is like you know you're a real comic when you're not scared to make fun of like the kind of the person who sticks out more in a
Yeah.
room. Like it's easy to make fun of like the white guy. That's
Yeah.
not like a
I go after
thing.
old people.
That
Nice.
great.
I do.
What do you say?
That's fine.
Well, I'll tell you why I go
that
after
makes me
old people.
so uncomfortable. It's so funny.
I go after old people because I remember my grandmother, when she was still alive, she came to one of my shows.
Yeah.
And I barely looked at her and I was
old
nervous.
bitch.
So she said to me after the show, she goes, "Why? You looked nervous." I go, "I was really nervous." She goes, "Why were you nervous?" I said, I was nervous to swear in front of you. And she
Yeah.
said, "What word didn't you want to say?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't want to say fuck in front of you."
Oh.
And she said, "Sweetheart, I had to fuck for you to get here." And I was like, "Whoa!"
Okay, Grandma.
She said, "Don't treat me like a kid.
Yeah, right.
I don't treat any of us like kids. That's what's insulting."
Yeah, that's true.
And I was like, "You had to fuck for me to get to the show. I'd have given you a ride." You know?
Have you ever had crowd work where it's not gone well, like it's gone awry?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, usually it's usually drunk women. I get too mad.
Dude, drunk
I
women-
fucking hate drunk chicks at a comedy show.
Listen,
We've all made someone cry accidentally, I feel like.
I made someone cry on purpose. I don't give a fuck.
oh,
Because they're being rude.
so my son will know, like if you're an asshole, I actually will let you be an asshole for about 10 minutes without me saying anything.
Oh, wow.
And I'll tell you why.
Generous.
Because I'm letting you make everybody else in the crowd mad. Because
Yeah,
as soon as
smart.
they all hate you,
That's smart.
I
Let's
can
gang
say
up.
whatever I want to
Yeah,
you with
facts.
no filter.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then my goal is to walk you.
Yeah.
That's my goal. And
Oh, I'll humiliate the fuck out of you until you leave
Why-
the room,
and have people
100%.
clap.
Yeah.
Because if I go in too
Right.
hard
It's
too
almost
early,
easy.
you lose some people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if I
yes,
just
yes.
let you asshole yourself out,
Yeah.
I can do. There was a deaf woman at a show in Baltimore who was the biggest problem.
Did you have an interpreter, or how was this? How was she enjoying the show?
Well,
Did she
this is
read
what I said
lip read?
too. I said, I don't have an interpreter. And she said, well, I'm like 50% deaf. And I said, I wish you were 100% mute.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, no, we went
Fucking hilarious.
We went hard on her, and
Yeah.
she.
Well, I mean, 50% deaf.
That's not deaf.
That's a weird claim.
yeah.
What?
She's
That means
hearing
you,
it.
that means you're
She's
hard of hearing. Yeah.
We have the technology
You
now.
used to go, what?
That means
And
you
then
got to
hear
turn
it.
up the TV.
Right.
Me too.
Yeah. I dated a guy who played guitar in a band. He was 50% deaf. He wasn't, saying that as a claim.
Do you like dating somebody in a band?
Yes.
Did I like
I've
dating?
only dated band people.
Oh, it didn't.
Really?
I felt neutral about it. But my only complaint is I thought that he would be able to relate to my life as a comedian more because we were both performers,
Yeah.
and it did not really at all translate.
Really?
Like a little bit of the performance, and like he's like high level band. Like I'm talking about like toured with Corinne. But. Yeah, like the comedy world is still a bit different.
For sure. Was he a
understand
performer?
performance, though, yeah.
He did. And did he mind you getting attention? Because I do know.
No.
Yeah, that's good.
Not at all. He loved it. He was engaged to Carmen Electra, so me, it was like things had taken a turn for the worse.
I did a pilot with Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
And
she's so hot, dude.
but she did not read real well.
Oh no.
We were doing
That's alarming.
It
we
was
see her in person. We're like, what the fuck?
Truly the most beautiful person
husky
I've
eyes?
ever seen in my entire life, and
Her titties.
Mine
though.
was Selma Hayek. I walked by Selma Hayek and I was
I've
just
never
like,
seen her in my
Selma
life.
Hayek.
Selma Hayek, and this was late 90s Selma.
Wow. Wow.
Killing me. Those titties.
Distracting.
She's so exquisite.
So hot.
Crazy.
Oh, I love a hot lady.
Really, like, I love.
Remember
her
we saw
personality.
Halle Berry?
Yeah, Halle Berry was gorgeous.
In person, Halle Berry?
Christ, on the Fox lot. I'll never forget it. She was so
Just
beautiful.
face perfect.
Her skin and her hair and the way she walked was perfect. I was like, I want to lick you.
Yeah.
But I did not say anything. I kept my hands to myself.
I was gonna say, did you come at her like that?
No.
It was like on like a lot.
That was happening in my head because I know boundaries.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Because you could get arrested probably for something like that.
Yeah, 100% that's assault. I can want to touch your titties, and I don't.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I relate to that.
But like today's Anjanu's famous Anja, like I was so into Sydney Sweeney. I was so into her. I loved her on the HBO show with
Euphoria.
She's a great actress. Those titties are
I'm
just
still
delicious.
into her. We need some MAGA celebrities.
Are we not
guess
into her?
so.
I don't care.
Why? Because she's Republican?
She's Republican. She can be Republican. That's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, I don't respect that, but I don't need to respect your voting choice
I
to
agree.
think you're hot. But the fucking ad, the American Eagle ad, like,
I think
I'm like, you don't fucking talk like that.
Oh yeah, I think they made her like I feel like they made her do it because they knew
I
it was going to
hated
cause
that.
a problem. I don't even blame like her. I think she's just
I was annoyed by that.
I think she's leaning into the fact that everyone
mom's
just
hair
talks
is
about
not
her
your
tits.
hair.
And I'm like, good for you.
I think the ad thing is overblown. I think it's just the type of topic that Republicans like Democrats to get in an uproar about.
to distract us
Yes.
from real things that are going on. It fucking pissed me off.
And it's not like it was a huge uproar. It was a couple of most left-leaning people are like,
the second
who
I
gives
saw
a
people
fuck?
posting about it, like, this is fake. This
gives
is
a
a fake.
fuck? Yeah.
Like, American Eagle's literally jerking off at their office right now because this is all they wanted.
Dude, it was the best.
They probably pushed posts that said American Eagle ad is racist or genetics.
I definitely think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that.
It's a good
We're
ad.
in a time though. We're in a time where,
yeah.
and it's interesting because you do a lot of mushrooms, right? And mushrooms, like psychedelic drugs, to me are like they all the cloaks and all the curtains and all the masks fall when you're on psychedelics.
Yeah.
The amount of bullshittery that we come face to face with every day, all day, is like, it's nauseating.
Yeah.
People lying to us.
Yep.
The president and everybody in the government saying something is pink when it's gray. Like, it's just, I'm like, what? Where's the end game in this sanity testing? Because you're trying to make us feel insane, and this human psyche is so delicate that we're getting chipped away at.
I wonder why we can't make a law to be like, it's illegal for you to run for office and to put out an ad that's a straight up lie. It
Wouldn't that be nice?
But it
So
should
simple.
be illegal. I also think, honestly, if you're asking me, you should, if you're calling yourself news, you should not be able to give any kind of
Opinions.
adjective. I don't want you shouldn't say a brutal murder. It should say murder.
Yeah. Right.
Brutal
Yes.
is up to me, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to call yourself a news program, I don't want to hear adjectives. I want to hear the fucking news. I don't want to
Yeah.
hear your interpretation, what you think should happen. I want to hear straight news. Now, if you're going to give me adjectives, it should be called an opinion-based show.
Yeah.
And that's fine too.
Yeah.
But like news should have, to me, zero If you're describing it with an adjective, you're giving me an opinion that I don't need. Let me make my own.
Yeah, you're spoon feeding.
Well,
Yeah.
even like the
Fuck off.
newscaster cadence was developed on purpose so that you're not like basically putting your bias into.
I think so.
Oh, that makes sense.
Into the delivery. That's why everyone
always
who's on
fascinated by that.
TV news learns how to speak in that spit. You know, today on no, like there's a certain cadence to it. So, but I feel like, and I wonder if news shows saw how successful podcasts were, and they're like, well, what if we just have a couple of journalists chat about what they think's going on, because people seem to like this, like, you know, water
Off the
cooler,
cuff,
you know, thing,
Fly on the wall.
like the Gutfeld situation. Like, I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, it is. That's why people are so unclear about what is fact and what is fiction.
Yes.
and that's very important.
Which
to
is,
know.
it seems
So
like the last,
important.
That's
Are
the
you
last
kidding?
step. That feels like the last step before the fall of the democracy. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
The last step is getting us to fight each other.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening.
Oh, that's what's been happening for a while.
That's the last
Yeah.
step. When you hear people legit talk on social media about how, yeah, I could see a civil war, it's frightening.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like they're resigned to it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a big bummer.
It does feel like World War III is
By the way-
happening. There's a lot of scholars saying it's already happening, just because based off of the conflicts that are happening in the world right now.
But listen, this is why I'm an advocate for more dick jokes.
I know.
Because, we know
Yeah.
what balances the Civil War talk?
Silly shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why
Just relax, everybody. I wish everybody in the government would do psychedelic drugs in a therapeutic
too.
setting, because they would cut the shit pretty quickly.
This is why I do the stand-up that I do. My stand-up is not stupid, but it is easily accessible.
Right.
Yeah.
This is what I want. I want you to come to my show, and I sneak messages in.
Yeah.
But you're going to come to my show and have fun. I got thanked this weekend when I was in Arkansas more times in the meet and greet where they said, thank you for doing a comedy show.
Right.
For just not that I wasn't talking about things that are important to me.
Yeah.
But thank you for having your one goal to be making us laugh.
Right. Because
Yeah.
people need it as a respite.
This is-
I've been at New York
Yeah.
Comedy Club a bunch lately, and I've heard a lot of the audience members say, like, can you just not talk about I came here I don't want to hear about politics.
I wanna laugh.
Like, I just want to talk about stupid, silly shit, or like just anything else. I'm like, I get that.
If
Yeah.
you're Bill Maher,
Escapism.
that's why you're going to the show.
Sure, of course. Or Jon Stewart or whatever.
But because that's the brand.
Yeah.
You know my brand is laugh.
Yeah.
Silly. We're going to laugh together. We're going to have a good time. I honestly,
The goof troop.
I did a show in Boise where I had MAGA hats and a transgender people at a table next to each other. And by the end of the show, one of the transgender people was wearing a MAGA hat.
Okay, well, I don't know that that's a success story.
But they because they were laughing together.
Josh Wolf, bringing people together.
But they were laughing together.
Yeah,
It was just that point of, here's the
another
thing.
transition. Yeah.
What a weird transition that. But the point is, like, it used to be when I sat down with you, the first thing we talked about is what we agreed on, not what we disagreed on.
Well, for sure, yeah.
So if you and I are like, man, I love cats. I love cats too. Let's rescue cats. And then we find each other as humans, then that other part where you accept things you don't like about people if you know them more than if you don't know them.
Yeah, that's very true.
You
Yeah,
forgive
it's like
them.
less weight.
Do you remember Ryan Lochte? Remember that?
Oh, the swimmer.
Remember
What'd he do?
Remember he
He
peed
lied?
outside of a gas station, right?
Yeah.
And everyone vilified this dude.
All I do was pee outside a gas station.
But if you ask me, do you know any guy friends of you who have peed outside drunk?
Walk a block in New York City in the middle of the day.
But we don't vilify him because I'm like, yeah, I know him. He was drunk and he peed us out. But everybody went after this
Context.
dude.
Yeah.
He's some rich, dumb, white Olympic. He's, he feels like he can do anything. No, he's just a dude who was drunk peeing outside.
When you have to pee, you have to. I would love to have a dick so I could pee more
know.
openly.
It's
in
pretty
more
great.
places.
I peed in a
It's
coffee
very
cup in my
annoying.
car
How
just this
did you
past
do that?
Friday. I've had to do it so many times. I always have to pee.
Do you go back
I
seat?
always have to pee. No, front seat. I put it real low. It was dark out, and then I had like a cup like this. Yeah.
Were
and
you
just
moving? Was the vehicle moving?
No, I was parked. I was parked. Oh, my
oh.
God. But I have done it while I was moving, trying to get to the Lincoln Tunnel.
How do you
It was a jumbo Dunkin' Donuts cup. That was a little easier.
But I guess maybe I don't know.
So you
What the vagina
put,
looks
put
like.
the pants and underwear
everyone's hole
down.
is like in a bit of a different spot. So I guess
Right.
it has
And you
to
got
be situated
different-
closer to the front for that to be successful.
So
Yeah.
you put the
Dick
cup.
hole, same
You just
spot.
all you do is like take your pants and underwear off, go like this, put the cup there, and go. Psst. I've done it while driving once, bumper to bumper, so I wasn't driving much, but
In a skirt,
Oh, I thought bumper to bumper was the style of peeing in the cup.
it should be. It is now.
Yeah, in a skirt,
Branded.
standing is like possible. Pants
are tough.
and then you have to not get pee on your own pants.
Yep, that's tough.
It's hard.
tough.
The best is middle day, dick out, just dick out of the hole and just like cup, and you can just face to the wall and pretend like you're looking at something else.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's freedom.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
Now I understand why
look-
men have such a sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would too.
I don't know
I'm
how long
so
you're going to
mad.
be here.
Well,
There's just guys be peeing on the streets in New York City for
Yeah.
a
Oh, you can smell it.
long ass time.
Well, so much so that it's become like a conversation in politics, like that.
It has?
It's a lot.
Yeah, in municipal politics, like we have to stop all the urination, public urination. Like it gets ticketed now because it's become so.
But it's like
so
women
widespread.
know how to find a bathroom.
Yeah.
So do men. Find a fucking bathroom. The Apple Store always has a free bathroom and it's always
But-
clean.
Well, we're building more public restrooms too, but each one is costing $1 million. There's like those self-cleaning, I guess, like the Japanese style ones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this was a bill introduced by City Council, but each one costs $1 million.
I love how
I don't know. It's the best choice for the city.
I love how you were like, they just started saying it's not okay. It should have been not okay for a long time.
Well, it was always illegal, but they just started really enforcing it because
Got
I
it.
guess it became such a problem.
Yeah, like some guys are good at going into a corner where no one could see them. I'm like, respect, I'm gonna stay away from you. Other guys, like I
Yeah.
walked out the podcast studio last week and this guy just had his dick out. I'm like, I don't want to see your penis.
And also when I'm walking, like,
Agreed. At noon?
in open-toed shoes, and I just see a stream coming. If that touches my toe,
I swear to fucking
if that
Christ.
touches my toe,
I have to tell you both that the open toe shoe walking around New York
It's
is
bold.
a risk that I am
bold.
a long time ago, I did a show for Discovery. I did a live late night talk show for Naked and Afraid. So,
I love that show.
so after the episode, I would interview the people who were on the show, and we did all that stuff, right?
and they were still naked.
No. So we would
were
see
just afraid.
we would see their episode, and that it filmed like 3 months before, and we were flying, right?
Okay.
But for a promo, I walked around Times Square
naked.
barefoot, naked.
You were legally allowed to do that?
I
The naked
was-
is no problem. The barefoot is fucking
That's disgusting,
insane.
guys.
That's
I
what-
they paid you $10 million.
The producer was like, "Do you mind being naked?" I go, "Naked? Yes, I don't mind. Barefoot? Can I put like a booty on?" They're like, "No, we have to film your feet." I'm
Yo,
like,
you better get that naked money then.
dude, can I tell you something?
OnlyFans.
There was a woman. We were walking up to the site, and there was a woman who had her phone out and just
Filming your
videotaped.
dick?
And I go, "Are you filming me?" She goes, "No, I'm filming your dick."
Okay.
And I was like,
Wow.
"I respect it." Yeah.
Wow.
But it was like the barefoot bothered me so much more
Than the
than
dick
the
out.
naked.
I
Yeah.
can't believe like a network had you walk around with your dick out.
No, I had the. It was everything.
Oh.
They covered the dick.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
so
'Cause I think that's illegal.
It's illegal.
illegal,
Yeah.
yeah.
They cover the dick and then a string through the asshole.
Yeah.
So
So like Adam
G-string.
and Eve style. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorite New York stories, speaking of barefoot, is like when I was drunk. I used to party pretty hard, and my shoes just hurt too much, and I just didn't care, and I took them off, and I was walking in the rest of the way home barefoot, and a homeless person looked at me, and they were like, "Girl, put some shoes on." They were like, "I would not do that," and I said, "You know what? Honestly, thank you so much." I go, "This is a real moment of reflection."
that is a serious life check right there.
Yeah.
When the homeless guy's like, "This is a bad idea."
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I sleep outside, and that's a real
Yeah,
bad idea.
No, for real. I was like, honestly, thank you.
New York. what a town, huh?
I have to say, I could never live here, but I like
a lot.
I like 2 or 3 days. I like the energy for 2 or 3 days.
That's how I feel about Vegas.
That's how I used to feel about LA.
Vegas so much.
But I imagine the suburbs of Vegas would be very peaceful.
It's the quietest place
Do
I've
you
ever
see
lived.
UFOs?
I don't see UFOs. I see coyotes and scorpions.
Oh,
and
interesting.
Big scorpions.
Wow. Did they kill you?
House?
Well, you spray out around the house,
Okay.
but I see them on the street. I'll show you a
Yeah.
picture. when
Holy shit. Just
Yeah.
walking, huh?
there was one like My dog peed on it. He saw him and peed right on it.
Are they pinch? Like, what are they? What's their attack?
They're venom in their tail.
Well, they're
sting,
venomous,
right?
but like, can they like?
Yes, with their claws,
Is it like?
too.
Yeah, can they?
That's
like,
a gnarly ass animal.
So the bigger they
insect.
are, the less poisonous, from what I understand.
Okay.
They just hurt more. The smaller ones are more dangerous,
Jesus.
poison-wise.
Snakes. You got snakes too.
We got snakes, but listen, I don't fuck with any. I'm not like a guy who sees wildlife and he's like, let's walk towards
Let's
that.
talk to it.
Yeah, that's not my move. Although the coyotes in Vegas are so much more not aggressive, but less scared. Like the
You got to be careful.
coyotes in LA are very methy.
But they're always taking small dogs. I'm terrified. Like I never bring my
Miley
dog
Cyrus's
to
dog
LA.
died.
Well, they're methy, dude. They're super hungry. They look like they would suck your dick for a taco. They run
Yikes.
sideways and shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're like
They're doing the
sidewinders.
lean.
Yeah. But
Don't touch that one.
The coyotes in Vegas, they're like healthy.
Wow. They're getting food.
Yeah, they're healthy. One ran right past us. We were walking. Well, we live in this gated community, but there's a lot of so many rabbits.
Oh, well, that's why them coyotes are full.
Yeah. They are full.
Do you have a dog or a cat?
I have a half pit, half American bulldog.
Okay, that thing ain't getting picked up by a coyote.
No, they run when we walk and they run around him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
He is eager to play with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, he's like, what about? I'm like, nah. He's like,
Coyotes
why
are
does
really
he get to
cute.
be off the leash? I'm like, you don't want to.
Yeah. You don't want that life,
That's
baby.
not you. Yeah, you're not ready for that.
Yeah.
They're not going to tuck you in at night in your bed, dude.
Yeah. Do you tuck your dog in?
Hell yeah.
I do.
So sweet.
He likes to be tucked in. You put the blanket up
Like,
by
I
his
do the
neck.
same thing.
Yeah.
He puts Kevin is my dog's name. He puts his head on the pillow. and he
You
does
go real
and-
name Kevin?
Oh yeah, and he'll in the middle of the night he'll always snuggle in between Colin and I and like get himself to like lay like a person. It's the
Colin and
best.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
Pretty cute.
Yeah,
Pretty cute.
Colin and Kevin, I like those too.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed Vegas so much. I'm at an age now where I don't need to be in the mix.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't need to be in the mix.
Okay.
So I don't need the LA or New York energy.
Right.
I
A lot.
perform a lot. I have a residency in Vegas that I do every Monday night.
Oh, that's sick.
And Vegas is quiet enough, but I'm 15 minutes away from whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see Backstreet Boys at the Sphere.
That's true.
Actually, I didn't see them at the Sphere, but I saw them in concert. They're really good.
And?
They're really good. I saw them at Prudential Center a couple of years ago. It was really fun. They're still very talented vocalists.
I can't
You're gonna
wait.
have a great time.
Yeah, I'm going all white.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought, all white, I can't wait. I don't often get to wear white jeans. Pretty excited about
That's
that.
a very
Oh,
yeah.
I love white jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Pretty-
never see men in white jeans.
Pretty
Yeah.
excited about a white jean.
Yeah.
It's like a very Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might tease the hair.
Wow, that
Yeah.
wasn't the Backstreet Boys.
No, but it
Just
might.
for the fuck of it?
Just because I don't get to tease the
It's
hair.
an
very often.
excuse.
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw Dead & Co. there. It was amazing.
Nice.
But I get to see so many shows, and the food is amazing. Everybody I know comes through Vegas at least once a year.
true.
And the truth of the matter is, yes, 3 months of the year it's super hot, but there's 3 months of the year, no matter where I would live, where I would hate the weather.
Oh yeah,
That's a good point.
We've
So-
had a Las Vegas summer in New York
Yeah.
City this past summer.
Yeah,
It's
it's been really
awful,
crazy.
atrocious.
Brutal, right?
Yeah, it's
And
all you can't breathe. It's awful.
heavy. The difference is like Vegas never cools down. I wake up and it's 88 degrees.
Wow, even in like December.
No, just 3 months out of the year.
Oh, okay.
December, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
October, November, December, January, gorgeous.
Is it
What's
Chris?
the coldest it's getting in Vegas, though?
At night, maybe 40,
Oh, that's pretty chilly.
35.
That's pretty chilly.
I like it, dude.
40
Listen,
is like my favorite temperature, which is
Yeah.
weird. Like out of all the, I'm talking like out of all the temperatures.
Oh, is it?
I love 40 degrees.
Oh, I'll wear a fur coat when it's 65.
So LA.
I do need a couple months a year where I can put my fur coats on.
Yeah,
you know?
you got them.
Yeah, that's
Use 'em
right.
If you got 'em.
That's right.
One of the things you said to us in the bullet points, we'll veer off here, is that relationships are hard.
Yeah.
You said romantic and friendships.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. Because I feel like you're such an easygoing guy. I would think that relationships would be easy for you. Although they do require work and effort.
This is it. I think the one thing about marriage, especially, and I think everybody falls into this trap, is that you forget to check in with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Here's the thing, when you meet, you're here, but no matter what, you're going to spend time outside of the marriage living your life.
Yeah.
So there are going to be ways that you grow apart or in different ways. You're not the same person. So what happens, I think, with a lot of people is they don't check in with each other as they're changing, and they look 10 years later, and you're like, who the fuck is this person?
Yeah.
Right.
And I think if you don't check in with each other, what ends up happening is that you ask something of somebody that's not fair, which is if I marry you and then 5 years later ask you to change, that's not fair.
Correct.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
Because we should have done all that beforehand. And if you're not checking in with each other on, hey, man, I don't think this way anymore, or I've been reading these things and this is changing in me, then 10 years in, you're going to surprise each other. And it's like a sneak attack. So I think relationships, it's so important that also to be able to give people grace. I find that when I'm mad at somebody, ultimately when I break it down, I'm mad at them because they're not behaving the way I want them to behave. That's not fair either. You get to live your life.
But what if the way I'm behaving, though, is rude to you or is,
that's a different thing.
That's
a different thing.
Needs to be talked about.
That's a different thing. Like if you're doing something to me.
Yeah.
But if you're behaving in a way, if I ask you a question, my dad gave me one of the best. He said something, he asked me a question, I said something to him, and then I apologized to him. I go, dude, I'm so sorry. I was a little harsh with you on that, and I'm sorry. He goes, I asked you a question and you answered it honestly. You should never apologize for that. If I don't want your answer, I shouldn't ask you the question.
Yeah.
So it was such a great lesson for him to be like, don't get mad at somebody for giving you an answer to a question you ask.
True.
Right.
That means they're not answering it the way you want them to. That's not their job.
Yeah. I'm reading The Road Less Traveled by Scott Peck. I've never read it before. And he talks about how romantic love is not love. Like when you fall in love with somebody, love actually requires effort.
Yeah.
Falling in love with somebody requires zero effort. You don't have to do shit. And so that's not actually real love. And he talks about this word called cathecting. I've never heard this word before.
It sounds made up.
I was going to say, is this a real word? Or is it
No, it's the psychiatrist.
Wait, can you spell it for me?
Cathecting.
Oh, let me try.
C-A-T. Oh, go ahead.
Cathecting.
Yes, cathecting. Nice. And it's the act of making yourself into somebody, making myself. And I've never heard that word before in my life, but I'm like, that is so fascinating because I do that in every relationship. When we fall for each other, I kind of get obsessed with them on purpose in a way, and you take in things that you like about them. But he goes, real love starts when, in a romantic sense, when that butterfly feeling goes away.
I agree.
That's when real love starts, because real love is your attention. That's all it is. Real love, loving somebody, is giving them your attention and your energy. And I'm like, that is such a great fucking way to say it.
Yeah, it's a term. It's jargon. So it's like psychoanalytic jargon, particularly within Freudian theory. And it says refers to the act of investing emotional or mental energy into an idea, object, or person.
Yeah, and it's something you kind of purposely do. I don't know if you guys, when you fall for somebody, I've always done this.
I'm cathecting this whole relationship, and it's crazy because, a lot of times people blame, their parents for why they love the way they love. I blame movies and television for my romantic. I was looking for something so different, and for so long I was chasing this high, which I got many times, but those people can never show up for you in relationships.
Yeah.
And so now I have to just there's no drama in my relationship, and I have to be like, that's a great thing. That's a great thing. This person is showing up every time they say they were going to, and they're not fighting, and it's weird because I grew up in stability, but I still seek a little bit of thrill.
Yeah.
And it's bad.
Or challenge.
Because I know, it's basically I have to do this podcast on myself. I'm like, no, this is great. This is exactly what you want. It's just weird because when you're only experiencing it for the first time, when you're 38 years old, you're so trained in drama and rom-com situations where you're breaking up and getting back together again, and people are
so romantic.
It's not romantic though. It's thrilling.
Yeah.
It's
but
thrilling.
it's actually not romantic. And I'm like, what's romantic is someone doing acts of service and really caring about you when you're going through something and helping you run for mayor of New York City.
Yeah, it's attention.
No other boyfriend would have helped me do that.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
And in fact, every other boyfriend I had would have made that more difficult because it was taking attention off of them. And I know this.
That's so gross.
100% to be true.
There's like two kinds of guys. Guys that are like that, like, oh no, the attention's not on me, and guys that couldn't give a fuck. You're in the couldn't give a fuck. Like, I don't care if you shine. Like, you seem to be in that.
has
Like,
nothing to do-
Why would that ever be a
My
problem?
wife is a writer-director. She just sold another movie to Netflix.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
I
yeah.
could not
Good for
be
her.
happier for her.
That's
Isn't
exciting.
but that's a more enjoyable way to
my
be, and I wish I
God.
could sell that to the guys that get butthurt and petty over their girlfriends getting more attention.
So many men
It's-
love to dim a light. It's problematic. Yeah.
Look, men and women show their insecurities in different ways.
Sure.
Right? And for guys, especially, because we're told early on that we have to be the strong ones, right? Or we have to be the power or the
Sturdy
leader,
ones,
right?
yeah.
Any woman who takes a little bit of that away, if you're not secure in who you are,
Yeah.
will
Wait, we don't share that rule.
Yeah, will affect you. For me, honestly, I want my wife to live her best life, to be as happy as she can. If she needs to go away for 3 months and shoot a movie, that 3 months in the blip of our life,
Yeah.
is just that. Is
To
a blip
shoot
of
a
our life.
movie, that's so amazing.
And what you learn as you get older also is there are zero perfect relationships. I agree
Correct.
with you that TV and movies fuck relationships more than anything because
And
you
music.
look and you're like, oh, but here's the truth. Every relationship, Beth and I have been married now for 21 years. If we're being honest, I bet you could count 3 or 4 times in our marriage where we're like, oh, this is not going to work. And I bet you every
it's healthy.
single relationship that's been that long has had at least a few times. But the problem with what we're such an instant gratification.
Yes.
Everyone pulls the plug right there.
That kills us.
And the truth is,
100%.
you go back and I go, what was it about you that I love so much? Why did we get married?
Yeah, yeah.
And you work past that patch because that's what it is. Everyone's going to have that patch.
Yep.
The instinct to pull the parachute is I think the wrong instinct.
I'm
Yeah,
interested how you were
I agree.
able to make that decision, like when you were 35, around 35. I can actually see that because I'm actually really
good age to get
fascinated by
married.
people who
We've been together since we were 30.
Yeah, like when they do it in their like 20s. Once you're in your 30s, I think you can have a better idea. Like, so I'm in my late 30s. So for me, I truly feel like I've seen and dated enough people that I kind of know you're not going to get better than this. Like, I've really seen everything there is to see, or like the type of people there is. But it's interesting when people can make that decision to show up time and time again in their 20s. Like, it's impressive without having seen what's available. Part of the problem is that when you're in New York, you have, or a major city, you have too much available, almost, some matchmakers would say. Like, that is the problem, that people are always looking for, like, maybe I can do a little bit better.
Yeah.
And that causes you to be unhappy ultimately. But
But there's
I
no
don't
perfect
know.
people.
No, of course
That's
not.
the thing, like-
it's only perfect for you. Yeah.
There's nobody who's going to check every box.
Right,
Fuck,
right.
you don't check every box for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. you know.
Girl.
So you have to be able
I
to
think
be
about
like,
that a lot. I'm like, you're not going to get really nurtured. So
No, there's-
find that from somebody
yeah.
else. I don't know.
there are things.
Sorry, guy.
Yeah,
There are definitely
your
things.
best self though.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool.
Beth has a therapist because she's like, there's some things that you're just not good at talking to me about.
Yeah.
But that's good for her to know. And
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. She's like, this is better for us if I talk to her about this stuff because I'm
Right.
not getting what I need from you
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
in this area. Cool. That doesn't affect me. And I'm happy that she's getting what she needs from somewhere. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Right.
I wish we were taught more tools on how to handle conflict. Just that would be so life-saving and life-changing for people.
I think we all, instead of resolving conflict, especially now, I think our priority now is to be right.
I know,
And
and
that's
that
the
sucks.
wrong way to go into
And I
conflict.
think a lot of people like who are triggered, which is a lot of the population, the thing that they say they're mad at is usually not the thing they're actually mad at. And it's
Agreed.
like, man, if we could just do a little bit of digging, but you need tools to do digging. And it's like, well, what are the fucking tools? Because it's like, even sometimes I know I'm saying I'm mad at you for this, but I know I'm not mad at you for that. That's not that. I don't know what I'm really mad at. And it's so annoying.
I think both men and women in their 20s, they have problematic characteristics for relationships.
Sure.
You know, I know a guy in his 20s because I was one. You know what he doesn't want to do? Talk.
Yeah.
I don't.
The
What are we?
younger guys nowadays, they will talk though, but the problem is it's just like emotional regurgitation. I almost want to say like it's not emotional intelligence,
Yeah.
but like even I can be sometimes tricked by like someone who is over emotional. I can sometimes misread that as emotional intelligence until you get deeper into the relationship and
Yeah.
you're like, okay,
You're just a mess.
you're just sounding.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
romantic.
Yeah. So it's almost like
Damn.
overcorrected in the reverse way. Obviously, it'll correct itself in the center. Moving forward, I hope.
Do you ever have like fights with your friends? Like, have you ever had a friend fight or falling
you know
out?
What? Yeah, I've had falling outs.
Yeah.
But we'll always
Like
kind
all
of
comedians have.
always kind of find our way back.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm not a.
I feel like you don't burn bridges. You're not a burn bridges kind of guy.
I'm not.
You're not a Mark Maron.
No, I'm really a live and let live. Like,
Yeah.
I have no problem with how you want to live your life. If you're not an asshole to other people or you're not hurtful to other people, I may not live my life that way, but that doesn't fucking affect me at all. Go do what you want to do.
Right.
I'm not a judgy dude. I got my own problems, man. Why am I judging your problems? You know?
Yeah.
And like, I know, we all know what it feels like to be constantly judged.
Yeah.
Certainly in the public eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I am not a dude. That's not where I'm going to put my energy.
That's the other thing I wish we taught like kids in school. Because I think your brain internally, when you walk around, is going to judge. It's going to say things that you would never say out loud. And then you bypass that.
Yeah.
Like your brain is typing thoughts to you all the time. You don't have to like cling to any of those thoughts. Those thoughts aren't you. I'm like, man, I feel like we have like the construction of how our mind works. We've completely kind of lost the plot, and that's where enter psychedelics. That's where that could really.
I'm telling you, the psychedelics
floss
for
for
me.
your brain.
I'm taking some tonight for sure.
Good for
I
you.
created a brain game for just what you said. I created a little brain game for myself when I walk around New York City. So like, the comic in me was always, I would just walk around roasting people hard
That's
in my
nice.
head. And it was like so funny. And then I was like, this is out of hand. So now I make myself give everyone a compliment.
Oh, that's nice.
In my head as I walk around. So I just go, I compliment them. Like on the walk here, I did it. Because you just said, it's just like, you just have to exercise the nice part of your brain.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Instead, when your like brain goes to use something, it uses the nice part instead of the mean part.
100%.
I
That's a good hack. Sometimes I say I'll go for a run, and every person I see, I'll lock eyes with them, and in my head I'll say, "I love you."
That's very
So
It makes me in a better mood.
what I did I walked down here from the hotel, I give people stories.
Oh, that's so fun.
that's
My brother and I
fun.
used to do that.
I love giving
Very-
people, like if I walk down the street, I have a friend of mine who will, if we're high and we're sitting outside of like at a cafe or something, I'll be like, what's their
daughter
story?
or girlfriend?
Yeah, what's their story? You know what we used to do in LA with the homeless people? We would play Dead or Alive, and I'd be like, you think that person's dead or alive?
You gotta check sometimes.
We
I
did have to check one lady. I was
Sometimes
like,
I put my finger in front of their nose. If you can't see their stomach moving up and down, I get very
I'll
concerned.
stand for a couple of moments because one time
Yeah.
in Harlem I did see a dead guy and I called 911 and it broke my heart that so many people had passed by and no one noticed this guy was dead. I'm like, that's someone's little kid.
But I will say New York is the home to the question mark homeless. And when I mean the question mark homeless, I mean the ones who walk.
Homeless are from Williamsburg.
The walk they're basically bent over at the hip, they're shaped like a question mark.
Yeah.
I have no idea why New York has so many of them.
Isn't that
Drugs?
meth? Yeah.
Is it the meth, you think?
I think so. I don't know.
My ex did it and he told me not to disturb someone when they're tipped over because they worked hard for that.
Well, that's heroin, right?
That might be hard.
They
Heroin,
worked
yeah.
calming.
hard
That's heroin,
for it?
sorry, yeah.
It is
I'm like very not good with hard drugs. I'm like, meth, heroin, same thing.
kind of opposite, but yeah.
What's heroin's a downer, meth's
Meth, you
an
dig
upper?
holes.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, heroin.
Yeah,
you
so
just
heroin. He
I
said,
did meth once by accident.
How was it? though?
You're the second person I know who did meth accidentally.
I wouldn't do it accidentally.
I thought it was coke.
Okay.
So
you snorted it?
I snorted it.
Fucking A.
It really burnt my nostril, so I was like, let me try the other nostril just to make sure it's not just that. And turns out it wasn't my nostrils, it was the drug.
the meth, yeah.
Let me tell you there's how you think you look, on meth and how you actually look on meth. And the reason I know that is because I was feeling top of my game. We ended up in a strip
felt
club,
great?
right? Oh, I felt good, dude. I felt like Superman, like I was walking through the
King of the fucking world,
dude.
bro.
I was like, Vanna, just walking through. And I thought I looked hot. Apparently, I thought I looked like this, but my friends were like, you looked like this, dude. Like one eye shut, licking my lips.
Yeah.
And I found out I didn't look good because, man, I walked up to a stripper.
You're like, ew, gross.
And I go, hey, can I get a dance? And she just goes, nah. And I was like, damn, all right. That's not a good.
Life will mirror back to you. Life will mirror back to you.
Wow.
She just, nah.
Yeah, it was on math. Good for her. Did not
Yeah.
want that money.
No, didn't want the thin layer of sweat. That was a just.
Damn.
Yeah, it was
it's a
not
bummer.
great. I still enjoy drugs. I've heard people tell me I hear all the time, when are you going to grow up? And I'm like, listen,
Well, fuck that.
it doesn't affect my life. I'm still I do my
Yeah.
work. But you know what? I was a young parent and I was a single dad for a while and I didn't do anything. And I remember thinking,
Right, you were a
when I am back in the clear, I'm going to live my fucking life.
And that's
Nice.
also why I'm going to see Katy Perry tonight. Like
Fuck yeah.
all my entire 20s were the same thing. Like well, it wasn't dedicated to parenting, but it was dedicated to making it in this business.
Yeah.
I didn't have any money. I didn't do anything fun for fucking an entire decade because I was like, I have to succeed, and so I'm doing it all now.
That's awesome.
Like
Might as well.
And I hate when people, I hate when people make adulthood like you can't do anything fun or exciting.
lame.
I think that's why everyone
Is
goes
crusty.
to the bar on Friday and just like drinks themselves into oblivion. I'm like, if you are always connected to your inner child, you don't have to spend, $20,000 in therapy later on and be like, where is she? I'm like, I never lost her. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. She's always right here.
Yeah, dude, I'm 55, but every now and then I'll throw on the fur coat and my American flag underwear and walk
Hell
around the
yeah,
house.
that's so fun.
Yeah, baby.
I
Way
really
dress up.
Be a good time to yourself.
I have taken more since I've turned 50. I've taken more shirtless pictures. I've bought more fur coats.
Nice.
I've gone so far out of my comfort zone because what I found is I was too scared. Like I play guitar on stage now for the last 20,
that's
30
cool.
minutes of but I was so worried for so long that dudes like Marin
Stay in your lane, man.
would be like, that's not comedy. That I'm now at an age where I don't give a single fuck.
Yeah.
I wear what I want to wear. I say what I want to say. I perform the way I want to perform. I take the drugs I want to take. And I'm a functional human being. I'm in a great marriage. I have great kids. I got 9 grandkids. Like, eat my dick.
Yeah, eat
You know
my
what I mean?
fucking dick.
Eat my,
Eat my dick, Mark Maron. Eat my dick, Mark Maron.
not directly to you, you muppet, but the rest of the people.
Yeah.
But it's also like if people, it's really the audience's decision when you're a performer. Like they paid the money, and if they keep paying it, they liked what they saw. They had
Yes.
a good time. Like,
Yes.
really nothing to argue about here.
Yeah.
Also, all an audience wants is for the comic to be genuinely themselves. That's all they want.
Well, like when Nikki
it's
Glaser,
refreshing.
sometimes like she'll release a song and then all the comics make fun of her. And I'm like, fucking good for Nikki Glaser. I wish that I was saying even kind of good enough to release a song because you'd be getting
she plays
a bunch.
guitar.
You'd be getting a bunch of ditties from me. Like, I would love it. I would love
Wait,
it.
you can write songs for me.
I would love to.
Yeah, me
play
too.
the drums.
Well, and also like maybe I could just release like a Paris Hilton song where
yeah,
I'm
you
not
can
really
sing.
singing.
Yeah, I could teach you
I
how
know
to like
notes.
talk, sing. Yeah.
It's
all about the music video.
You don't have a bad voice. You do not have a bad voice.
I was like, I know, like, I think, like, yeah, you just need to, like, know how to hit. I know what the note is, so that's why I know it's often coming out wrong. Like,
right, which is a good ear.
yeah.
It's a great ear.
Like, I play violin, so I know what it's supposed to sound like, and I go, that's not that.
That's not right. That's not it.
But yeah, like, just, like, have fun and do whatever you want to do.
The guitar is so much fun. This special that is coming out comes out August 12th.
Fuck
is
yeah.
like my last special was just 4 stories. I told 4 stories for an hour and 10 minutes. What I usually do is just tell long story form comic.
Yeah.
But the special before that was a comedy music special. And this one is like a blend of the two of them. I am now just doing what I have fun. You know, I give away a guitar at the end of all my shows.
That's
Are you serious?
cool.
So cool.
I don't want to travel with it anymore. It's kind of fun to give back to people.
That's good, yeah.
I buy it in the city that I'm in and I give it away at
That's
the end of the
cool.
show.
Whoa.
But like
That's so nice.
but it's just about, it's part of the experience.
Connection.
It's part of the fun. Like I'm having more fun now than I ever have because I don't give a single fuck.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And traveling with my son is so crazy. And watching him do stand-up
That's wild. I
is
bet.
so bananas. It's
Watching him get laughs and like loving it and owning it.
Finding his
and then
voice.
when I'll be like, I'll give him a punchline and he'll be like, nah. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
okay.
word.
Is that,
Got it.
Are you sure? Nah. Yeah.
Josh, where can we?
crazy.
So where can we watch your special? It comes out August 12th, and where can we get your info with your comedy dates? Because you're on the road, baby.
Yeah.
live.
So comedianjoshwolf.com for all my tour dates. The special, just like all my other specials, are on my YouTube channel, which is Josh Wolf Comedy. But like one of my first special I think has like 16 million views.
That's
Fucking
incredible.
amazing.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, but all my specials do really well over there, and they're all so different.
That's great.
Which it's
You
great
have
for me as an
different eras.
artist.
You reinvent
Terrible for me as a businessman.
Yeah, but no, I like artists that reinvent themselves. Beyonce reinvents herself every fucking album. Every album, she's a new
I'm
person.
the
I love
Beyonce
it.
of comedy.
Yeah, you
That's right.
You could say that. She's my number one. Wouldn't say that. You could say it, but wouldn't agree. But that's okay.
I feel like artists who don't reinvent themselves become resentful of the audience. So it's better
Interesting.
because
Like Mark Maron.
well, yeah, because
He has not reinvented himself.
they come
although I
for
love
the
him.
I do
they
too.
come for the thing, and then
Yeah.
if you don't do the thing, the audience gets mad, and like a lot
Sure.
of most
And that's
artists
annoying.
want to try something new.
You know,
Yeah.
when I was on a show called Chelsea Lately for a long time,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
We're very
Oh,
familiar.
I
And-
love Chelsea Handler.
And so Dave Grohl hosted one week.
Oh wow.
And that week, he would say at the end of the day, I'll sit around if you guys want to ask me questions, and which was so cool. He
That's
was
sweet.
such a generous dude. But somebody asked him once about the Foo Fighter albums, and he said, I'm going to paraphrase, but basically he said, yeah, I don't do different music. When people buy a Foo Fighters album, I want them to hear Foo Fighters music.
Yeah.
And if I want to do different style, I start like a different
Band.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Foo Fighters fans want to hear Foo Fighters music. And so I'm not trying to give them an EDM album because
Right,
that's not
right,
what
right.
they want to hear. But you know, your fans don't want you to change your art because they fell in love with
Sure.
that part. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So I understand it, but I'm with you. To keep interested, you have to.
And I think the
Yeah.
real hat trick is being your most genuine, grounded self while you reinvent yourself.
Agreed.
Because there's those core parts of you that are not changing, like your core tenets and your morals and stuff and your value. Values and morals can change, but like who you are as a person and your essence is, I would think, the same throughout.
I've never thought of having an essence. That sounds pretty awesome. I'm gonna dig into that tonight
You're
on
gonna do
mushrooms.
mushrooms tonight and
Yeah,
walk
I'm gonna
around-
be like, what's
Essence,
my
man.
Do you think I should walk around the city on mushrooms?
I think you should do the High Line. It's a beautiful
Not
park.
this area of the city,
No,
but yes,
fucking stay away
some
from
parts
Times
of the
Square.
city.
The High Line starts at I think 14th Street or a little south, and it extends to what's that fucking area, like 31st?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. A lot of plants.
This walk down here, my hotel definitely in a different neighborhood than. I could tell as I was walking down here. I'm like, well, this neighborhood's changing.
Yeah,
a
this
little
is
bit.
Times Square.
Well,
It's awful. It's
what
a
neighborhood?
butthole.
I mean, this won't air until you're gone. So what neighborhood are you saying?
I'm at the Virgin Hotel, which is like.
oh, I know.
Oh, nice.
What-
Well, also there's this thing. I think it's
neighborhood
City
I've been in?
Island.
I've been there.
City Island
It's
is
a
this
nice
new
hotel.
park.
I like
I
it.
think the Mariah Carey holiday pop-up bar was at, if I'm not mistaken, and you know I was at that.
So Beyonce's your number one? Is Mariah your number one?
God.
No, the Spice
Number
Girls are
one.
my number one. Like I ran a fan club newsletter for 5 years on AOL.
Stop it.
I'm called Wannabe Weekly. I'm like incredibly dedicated to this.
Do you know Lance Bass and I on my talk show?
Oh, he knows me. Well, okay, sorry. I was like,
We sang the Spice Girls, he and I together.
Really?
On my.
I love Lance.
We
I love-
did on the show we did a bit called Guilty Pleasure Song, and I would have musicians come on. I had a talk show a long time ago, and I had to have musicians come on, and we would sing what their guilty pleasure song was.
Yeah.
So Lance and I sang a Spice Girl song. Me and Jewel sung "I Want It That Way."
that's so cool that you sung with Jewel.
Oh, it was
I
amazing.
love
Wow.
After the show, I want to bring it up for you.
I love
We were
Jewel.
all white. We were
That's
fucking
cool. I
man.
love Jewel.
Love Jewel.
outside of my wife and Selma Hayek, the best looking person I've ever
Okay, so
seen.
I was
in person.
about to say.
Jewel?
I was about to say.
Oh
I
my
I
God.
could really see you and Jewel like having a life together. Just like her energy, I really could see you guys doing this.
There's no doubt. Selma, my wife, Jewel, is one of the singularly most beautiful people I have ever stood in
She's
front of.
naturally beautiful.
I mean, I love her.
And her energy and who she is.
I love her.
Like, we had a really good time on the show, but I was like,
She's like chill,
oh,
right?
so
Her duet
cool.
with Jessica Simpson, who was trying way too hard to do a Jewel song, it's the best I've ever seen of Jewel's energy, because she just stayed herself throughout Jessica Simpson butchering her fucking song.
Well, wait till you see mine and Jules duet.
Okay.
Her story is amazing.
Yeah, she's had a very tough life. So
Her story is
She's
amazing.
homeless for a while, right?
she lives in her car. She has a really not good
With her
relationship
mom?
with her mother. Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, that's why I kind of
Her mom, if I am not mistaken, like took a lot of money from her.
Yep. Yeah.
At one point, I
That's a
think
bummer.
all of her, it ended up with her being broke again.
Jesus Christ.
But she's such a cool person and such an interesting, like, duality of growing up in Alaska, nature, hunting. You know how she met her best friend? She was hitchhiking.
Classic Jewel.
This guy picked
She
her
would
up,
hitchhike.
who she thought was trying to threaten her. She pulled a knife on him, and he was like, "I'm gay. I'm not trying to bother you."
Oh, and then they were best
I'm wondering
friends?
why he ended up babysitting your kid.
Oh, that's
I met
so
him on the talk show. This was years ago, so I'm fucking up their story for sure. But
cute.
she's a fascinating person. I'm going to play you our duet after this.
Oh my God, I
Okay.
love that. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you
Make
for having
sure to
me.
Yeah,
check
this is
out
great.
Josh's special, see him on tour. This has been Guys We Fucked, the anti-slut shaming podcast. We'll talk to you next Friday. Bye.